Did you think the Cell Saga had a lot of stuff happening at once? Well, the Boo Saga is going to be pretty much the same here. Broly came and now Boo's here. But that's not all. We'll be covering all that and more in this 8th part of What If Everything Was Canon. Cell and Garlic start fighting Boo together. Right now, Cell is actually stronger than Boo, and he's loving this fight. It's a ton of fun for him, while Garlic is still weaker than both of them, but hey, he's immortal, and he's definitely way stronger than before. Everyone watching on the Sacred World of Kai is amazed. No wonder Cell was able to beat Broly. After all, he's pretty much been training this entire time. It looks like everything's under control, and maybe it's better this way because Cell gets satisfied by a fight with Boo, and that means they probably won't have to worry about him as much. Boo is the worst enemy right now, just because he's so unpredictable and uncontrolled. They'd rather go with the devil they know than the devil they don't. But then, the worst possible thing happens. Cell doesn't realize that Boo can absorb other people. He doesn't even go after Garlic Jr. because it won't benefit him that much, although if he did absorb Garlic Jr., he'd probably also become immortal. He just goes right for Cell, and Cell isn't prepared for this. Boo's able to absorb him successfully, and now everyone starts freaking out. Especially Garlic Jr. because he's going to have to face Boo's wrath right now. Boo undergoes a transformation, now becoming, it's not really easy to come up with a name for him like Boo Tanks, Boohan, or whatever. Would we just call him Cell Boo? Boo Cell? Let's just call him Boo Cell Absorbed. In a panic, Garlic Jr. puts 2 fingers on his forehead and teleports away. Thanks to all his training with Cell, he also knows instant transmission right now. He doesn't teleport too far away. He's still on Earth, but he was just getting away from Boo, and despite him being immortal, he doesn't want to get absorbed by Boo. He's not necessarily worried about dying here. But of course, Boo starts chasing him and then hits Garlic Jr. with a beam, which causes him to partially disintegrate, but then quickly regenerate. And Boo knows he's immortal because he has Cell's knowledge now, so he could just mess around with Garlic for a bit. Garlic keeps on teleporting away while Boo chases him. But then, Garlic Jr. does think of something on a whim. At one point, Boo tries to hit him again, and the attack is completely blocked. Garlic Jr. quickly opens the dead zone and closes it, just to block the attacks. It's a new technique that he calls the dead zone barrier, so whenever an attack gets close to him, the dead zone will open and absorb the attack. Boo even tries to absorb Garlic Jr., but he does this again, completely surrounded by a wormhole to the dead zone. Not only is he immortal, he's untouchable. And then he opens the dead zone even further, trying to absorb Boo in it. Boo can resist the pull of it pretty easily, but then Garlic just pushes it towards him, and he traps Boo in the dead zone. Okay, that at least should hold him for a little bit, but Garlic doesn't think it'll hold him forever because he's part Cell. He's gonna know how to open the dead zone himself because Cell does. Everyone on the Sacred World of Kai doesn't want to wait anymore. Goku gets ready to teleport back to Earth using Garlic's key signature. But as he's looking for the key signature, he senses something horrifying. It's not Garlic's key. It's something else, something completely different in a completely different area. And it's a very evil key too. Shin looks into it and feels the same thing. Elder Kai wonders what's going on, but he's focused on the ritual, so Kibito looks into the crystal ball, and he's horrified. King Yemma then starts talking to the Supreme Kai. It's an emergency. He wouldn't be talking directly to the Supreme Kai otherwise. Since Boo has been left to his own devices on Earth and has killed a bunch of people, there have been a huge excess of souls that have came to Otherworld recently, and that made things a little bit hectic. He's not sure exactly what happened, but they have a machine that processes the evil souls, and it looks like all the evil souls escaped it, and then merged together into something completely different, a demon made of pure evil, now causing havoc in Otherworld. And what's worse, all the dead souls are returning to the living world. Considering how widespread this is, it does seem like it might even be a bigger threat than Boo. Great, more stuff for us to deal with. Can't you guys wait for my ritual to be done? It would be helpful to have Gohan with us, but I don't think we could wait much longer. Once Gohan's done, I'll go to Earth with him. You two can handle whatever that is. I can't do a Piccolo impression. Anyways, Goku grabs Vegeta and teleports him to Otherworld. Piccolo's gonna wait here with Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and Videl and go back to Earth to fight Boo. Videl doesn't want to be dragged into this though. Meanwhile, Garlic Jr. is waiting patiently for Boo to return. Surely he's gonna figure it out soon. It's only been a few minutes. And then he hears a deafening scream. Boo didn't open the dead zone using Cell's power. He screamed to open it, creating a portal that took him back to Earth. This is just to terrify Garlic even more, showing him that he's so strong that he doesn't need any of those special powers. Did you seriously think that was gonna hold me? I'm far stronger than anyone right now. Garlic Jr. considers just hiding in the dead zone right now. But before he could do anything, Boo just has fun beating him up. He kind of regrets wishing for immortality right now because ever since he got it, he's just been a punching bag for everybody. But then, Boo's distracted by something. He feels that same evil presence, and the Cell part of him makes him a lot more fight hungry right now. And even if Cell wasn't a part of him, I feel like Boo would go for this anyways. He then teleports to Otherworld as well, missing Goku and Vegeta by a little bit. From the lookout, Dende is watching and he sees a bunch of dead people appearing on Earth. He has no clue what's going on in Otherworld, but clearly it's something really big. And as Boo looks around Otherworld for that strong power he just sensed, He then feels a bunch of other strong powers out in space, with a few of them localized on Earth. With all the dead people coming back from Otherworld, that includes any of the villains from the past. You know what? Boo wants to take a little detour and fight them first. What better way to test his power than fighting people like Frieza, Broly, Cooler, etc. Goku and Vegeta meet with King Kai first, and Pikon's on his planet too. Vegeta never got to meet this guy before, so it's interesting to see that this is who Goku was training with, but Pikon's gonna help them. And King Kai is well aware that this is really bad timing because of what's happening on Earth, but it's not like anyone has a choice here. He tells them they need to go to hell. That's kinda mean. No, they literally just need to go to hell to fight whoever's there. So Goku, Vegeta, and Pikon go to hell. And there, they encounter what looks to be a giant monster. It's Janemba. Why does every enemy have to show up at the same time? Right now he seems a little bit mindless almost. He's kinda just bouncing around and shouting his name. They try and fight him as he is right now, but it's not really enough at the moment. The three of them together are really strong, especially when Goku goes into Super Saiyan 3. But Janemba effortlessly fends them off. And a few minutes into their fight with Janemba, Boo teleports into hell, looking on and seeing who they're fighting. Now he's really interested. So, he jumps in to fight too. Great, just what they needed. All hell breaks loose as we now have a 1v1v3. Janemba versus Boo versus Goku, Vegeta, and Pikon. This fight goes on for a little bit, and then Janemba transforms once more, becoming Super Janemba. Goku kinda realizes that he and Vegeta might be screwed right now. Both of these guys are way too strong for them. It's not like they grew too much stronger on the Sacred World of Kai. Boo and Janemba are a good match for each other right now, but these three aren't really doing too much. So Goku tells Vegeta they have no choice. Thankfully, Janemba's distracted with Boo and vice versa. Pikon asks what they have planned, and Goku almost suggests the fusion dance, which he has learned here. He tells Vegeta it's a temporary method of fusion. He actually mentioned this before when Elder Kai brought up the Potara earrings. The issue is Vegeta doesn't know the fusion dance. Or they could do Potara fusion, which guarantees a perfect fusion, and will probably let them win the fight. But Vegeta says he'd rather risk the dance than permanent fusion. Even though the dance does have a chance of failure, he doesn't want to be joined with Kakarot forever. And Goku says it probably wouldn't be forever, it would just be until they could use the Dragon Balls again, because maybe that can undo the fusion. He's not entirely sure, but whatever, he understands Vegeta's choice. The two of them practice fusion for a bit, and then they perform the dance. But Vegeta messes up this time, causing a failed fusion, Veku. The confident failed fusion goes in to fight Boo and Janemba, while Pikon just watches on a little bit dumbfounded because he doesn't think they're going to accomplish anything. Before Veku could even make it into the fight, a stray blast from Janemba sends the fusion flying back. So now they have to wait 30 minutes for the fusion to run out. Thankfully, Boo and Janemba's fight is pretty much endless right now, and Veku does serve as a good distraction to keep the fight going on longer. The worst thing would be Boo absorbing Janemba right now, and he wants to prolong this fight as long as possible because of that possibility. So even though he doesn't really stand a chance here, he fights them and just dodges all of their attacks. Back on the Sacred World of Kai, Gohan's ritual completes, and he's sent to Earth for when Boo returns. Shin and Kibito grab everyone on the lookout too to keep them safe, and they bring them to the Sacred World of Kai. And after seeing the ritual, Piccolo gets an idea. He's got something in mind that hopefully won't take as long as Elder Kai's ritual. So Gohan waits on Earth, and he passes time by defeating any of the threats that show up because all these dead people are here now. Goten and Trunks are with them too, and they go and fight Adolf Hitler. I still can't believe that happened in the movie, but it did. And as Gohan's waiting around, Garlic then shows up. He can see how much Gohan's grown, and he's kind of terrified to see him because of what happened last time he fought Gohan. He tells Gohan he's not looking for any trouble. Look, he'll help them fight Boo, and then he'll leave them alone. He just wants to be free from this. He doesn't really like sticking around Cell, even though he has been growing a lot stronger, because he's just a punching bag. And Gohan knows that he can't really just let Garlic go, because if he does, Garlic's going to cause chaos somewhere else or try to enact some evil plan. But Garlic gives Gohan his word. He'll help him fight Boo, and then they'll be done for good. He still wants his revenge against Kami, and he knows that Kami's gone now. He's a part of Piccolo, so if anything, he wants revenge against Piccolo now, and Gohan, and Goku. But he won't go after any of them, and he won't go for the Dragon Balls to revive his father or anything. Gohan doesn't know if he could trust this, and it's only a matter of time before Garlic does something else, but whatever. He kinda does need all the power he can get right now. Veku continues trying to survive, and thankfully 3 other fighters show up to help. Gohan, Piccolo, and Garlic. Gohan shows off his new ultimate form. Garlic doesn't show off any new form. And then Piccolo also shows off a new form, weirdly enough. Considering how desperate the situation is, he decided to take desperate actions. He takes on a brand new Power Awakened form. He used the Dragon Balls to wish for his potential to be unlocked. Gohan wishes that he thought to do that, because that would have been a lot quicker. But wait, why would he use a wish on that? They need the Dragon Balls. And Piccolo says they don't need to worry. Dende and the Dragon Balls are on the Sacred World of Kai right now, and considering the circumstances, he decided to have Shenron save the other 2 wishes. Dende actually just upgraded the Dragon Balls while he was there, in order for Piccolo to get the best power boost possible. So they still have 2 wishes if they need, and they also have Namek's Dragon Balls. Considering this is a special case, Dende allowed this. Shin was able to bring Piccolo to Earth and then grab the other 2. Deku, who then defuses into Goku Vegeta, is a bit confused to see why Garlic's there. And Pikkon is just kind of lost in general, but Gohan says they need all the help they can get, and Garlic will help as a great distraction. The 3 of them fight together with Pikkon, as Goku and Vegeta get ready to do the fusion dance. Goku asks Vegeta if he really doesn't want to try the Potara, and Vegeta says he's not doing that. They'll get the fusion right this time. And actually, he has another good idea. If they do their fusion, the Potara will still have some other use. Gohan and Piccolo actually make some good progress against Buu and Janemba, but even with their respective power boost, it's not going to be enough here, mainly because they're fighting 2 really strong villains at the moment. If it was just Janemba or Buu, they would actually be able to win, pretty easily in fact. But their attention is divided because of that. Although, they decide maybe if they focus all of their power on one person and just ignore the other fighter, that might be the better strategy to help them win here. So they put all their focus on Buu. And Buu's smart now, he notices what they're doing. They're going to try and kill him. They want to get him out of the way because they realize he's the bigger threat at the moment. He knows exactly what they're scared of. So, he enacts his newest plan. Amidst his fight with Janemba, he's been placing pieces of himself all over the battlefield. Janemba is able to dodge attacks really easily because he could dematerialize himself whenever he wants. He's pretty fast and pretty strong too on top of that. So that's why Buu has been doing this slowly. And the best part is, Janemba doesn't know about his absorption yet. But if Buu gets this wrong one time, Janemba's going to know of it, and he's not going to get another chance. The pieces of Buu slowly creep towards Janemba, and then all coalesce together. In one swift motion, they all jump on top of Janemba. Janemba tries to escape it, but it's already too late. He's completely surrounded by Buu's pieces. And then, he laughs maniacally as he powers up. And at the same time, there's 2 huge surges of power. The first surge of power comes with Janemba turning into Janembu, but the other surge in power is Goku and Vegeta successfully completing the fusion dance. Although, now that Buu has absorbed Janemba, this fusion might not be enough. Gohan then feels a hand on his shoulder. Looking next to him and seeing a fighter, introducing himself as Gogeta, the complete fusion of Goku and Vegeta. He then tells Gohan and Piccolo he has something for them, with each of them getting a Potara earring. Gogeta could tell that he's incredibly strong right now, and he could even utilize Super Saiyan 3 of course, but he might need a little bit of extra help. He asks if the 2 of them can fuse, and they're not really against it, especially because they know they always have the Dragon Balls. Gogeta kinda chuckles because Vegeta knew about that and he still didn't want to go ahead with Potara, but whatever. Pikkon and Garlic Jr. just kind of stand there watching on. Gogeta gets ready to face Janembu as Gohan and Piccolo place on the Potara earrings, using it to pick Gohan. And as the 2 fusions stand side by side, this is where we'll leave off for now. What'd you guys think about this part? What's going to happen next? Leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As usual, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help out the channel, and it shows me you want to see more videos like this. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.